Well,
Hello
hello
there.
there. I didn't see you there. Welcome to the Imaginarium. Welcome to Inherited Earth. We are back. We do not have the full complement of Murfreesboro Monster Marshalls today,
Triple M.
but we're going to vibe. We might even roll some dice. Who knows? We might move this story forward. Would we like to do some teamwork? Some teamwork recap? Or are we just going to do it? We're just going to lay it right in my welcoming Santa Claus like lap.
I can remember what I did.
I remember
What?
what I did.
Feel free to share with the class.
Well, I went and I found a guy who was like working on cars. Well, I didn't. Switchback did. I wasn't there, and he made a new friend. Kind of. I mean, he kind of elbowed his way through. Oh, he did dance briefly with a hippie, and she did not appreciate it because he's a bad dancer. But that's okay, because not everybody can be good dancers. And anyway, so Switchback went into this mechanics kind of shop space tent that was set up to be working on cars, and managed to make a little extra cash that he is going to turn into explosives. Not literally the cash, because that'd be weird, but he's going to try and buy some. He went to go buy some, but that guy didn't want to sell his. He was a little selfish, and then pointed Switchback to another person who would sell them. Turns out it's everybody's favorite kitty cat Tabaxi is the one who's selling them. And yeah, that was as much as Switchback got up to last time we met.
Speaking of kitty cats, my face is still painted with a ferocious tiger. Rawr. Noah managed to accomplish essentially nothing. He basically followed people around, kind of wandered off on his own, not doing anything. However, he did hear that there was the big, nasty, ugly thing that we have to go through. And suggested, if at all possible, let's avoid it. Because he's brave like that.
Judith, I think there was some investigation that she was doing to try to figure out like the different paths that we could take. And while she asked about it, one of the goblins told her, they were fixing her car, and someone told her, hey, there's a piece of paper for you. Or they found a note or something, and it was filled with betrayal. That's the main thing I remember, betrayal. That's the emotion I get. How Ray Ray sold her out for chicken change. That's a James Brown quote. And yeah, so she's pretty upset about it, but she's concealing, don't feeling. Conceal, don't feel. So it's all internalized. Yeah, it's internalized, which is definitely healthy. So I'm sure it won't end badly at all.
No, it definitely won't lead to an outburst of violence at a critical hour of need that may or may not save the party from some sort of big bad.
Or damn them.
No chance.
Whatever.
No chance. No chance of that. Never happens in a role-playing game. Nobody's ever seen it. Although it is important to remember, Judith, that you weren't necessarily sold out for chicken change, nor chump change. You were sold out for family. Because as Raymondo, it's important that we remember that we have now given a full name to Ray Ray. Full first name. This gentleman,
it was to save his wife, I want to say.
His sister. Yeah, his sister, whose wife
is a fairy.
Is an elf.
Yes.
Same difference.
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't going to say it. Thank you. Yeah, so, I mean, look, I will just say this. I don't think that Judith would recognize that distinction so much. Like, yes, well, it's for family. Excuse me, for family. But, like, yeah, thank you. But, like, it just, still hurts. It still hurts.
Yeah. Well, that's fine, and Judith is, bit of a rolling stone, while, Ray Ray, he's a bit of a Corona man. So, he cares about family. Uh,
Yeah, but I mean, she's still got a soft, creamy nougat inside. She still has feelings.
OTOH, he did include $300 he owed you.
That helps.
See, softening that blow.
Judith got $300 last game.
Yeah.
Man.
I will share it, some of it, like a couple dollars.
I earned $100 fixing the guy's car. I'm all right.
Hilariously, and not at all meta information, Judith actually received $300 like 6 sessions ago, but just had a goblin hand her those $300 because Judith doesn't really check the trunk that much.
I don't put anything in there.
That happens.
Which considering you're rolling around with a high caliber autoloader and other weapons of war, you might occasionally want to stow things in the trunk.
Okay.
Occasionally.
I'll remember.
For discretion. That might also be good advice for Lubert, Lewis.
What? I just got these grenades.
Yeah. Just carrying these grenades around in the messenger bag. My man purse
fine.
full of high explosives.
It's like a 50-50 chance it's going to be a smoke bomb or a grenade.
And with a bonus of anti-personnel mine.
Right. Well, I can tell the difference between that one and the others by touch.
Yeah, if it feels like a death frisbee.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, not a smoke bomb or a
He
grenade.
can't keep that in my trunk. That can't go in my trunk.
Hey, I got a bike. It's fine.
You got to arm it. You have to arm it before it becomes actually
It
dangerous.
takes setting up.
Keep it in your bike's trunk, not mine. Okay. Thank you.
It's got a big trunk on that motorcycle.
It's a big boot. Yeah, for sure.
Them saddlebags, though. You were also looking for mushrooms, Lou.
I was, but that was the tertiary objective.
Yes.
It was finding work, finding explosives, and finding mushrooms.
Yes. And let's see here. Noah, did you amble? I can't remember necessarily. And I'm terrible at my job because I haven't watched that last session. Did you amble down that hill with Nasha back into the party zone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you
even
were
though
no
Nasha
longer...
scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I think only Lily stayed up at the top of the hill.
Okay.
That sounds right.
All right.
So there's like a whole doom thing coming that we have to go through, and we can't avoid it, right?
So outlining this, you are heading into an archetypal dark and scary forest. It may not be dark and scary to begin with, but to reiterate the details that I handed out 2 weeks ago, which is a long time for all of us here in the real world of the 21st century. Zero sarcasm there. The forest, when I say that, people think it is sarcasm, and I'm trying. But anyways, the forest starts out normal. And then, as trees like to do, it creates a canopy. And then, that's what you got going on. Now, Noah, yes, you overheard that there's some strange grayness to the canopy of the forest.
And weren't there ruins? There were ruins, right?
There is a ruin, yes. Now, the grayness is going to be more in the straight northern direction towards Cahokia and Emancipation. The ruins are going to be nearer to a turnoff or nearer to the direction you would need to travel to get to your destination with the sisters. just to clarify that.
I mean, if we go past the ruins, that doesn't mean we have to go in them, right? It'll be fine. We're just going by them, skirting them. It should be fine.
Also, Noah did hear the account of, or from Stax, the leader goblin, of having visited this forest and having tried to visit those ruins some number of years ago, because he had heard that there was a group of goblins that had visited that area. But that was some time ago again. And it looks like one of our Murfreesboro Monster Marshalls may be joining us soon. That's always nice. For us, the players. Not necessarily the producer.
As he slowly loses his mind. Well, fantastic.
So there will be 4 players.
So did Lou make it to the Tabaxi to ask for explosives / mushrooms?
Hey, it was a 20-yard jaunt at most. So, sure. It's been 2 weeks and 3 minutes.
Excellent.
So,
hey, oh yeah, you
no,
you
go ahead, please.
No, it's hey man. I don't remember if I ever knew his name. Hey, yeah, what's up? Yes. Someone told me you're the guy to talk to about, both outer explosives and like inner explosives.
Yeah.
Cool.
And,
cool.
Yeah, he invites you on over. Kind of motions you up towards the monster boat, and this is a 20-foot tall vehicle. So he throws a little rope ladder over the off the back of this boat, so you can climb on up.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm up. I'm going. I'm trying to keep the fist bump going every time I go up a rung, but it's hard.
Natch, yeah, absolutely. And so then when you get up on top of this thing, yeah, this is the back part of the hull of a speedboat. It's got a and you'd be able to
Hey, there they are.
Hi, I'm awake. I definitely didn't just wake up 3 minutes ago.
No. What? No. What?
Certainly not. No, it's nighttime.
Not here. Not on the outskirts of Nashville. Basically, that would be the hood of a car if it were a car, but it's in the back because it's a boat.
Yeah.
And he opens this thing up, and like more party sounds come out of it, because you have to remember this boat is mounted onto a
monster truck.
Pickup truck. Yeah. So this part of the hull of the boat is over the bed of this giant redneck truck. And so now it just opens into this kind of 10-foot tall room. It's not the champagne room. It's not the goblin champagne room.
Okay, good. All right,
Yeah.
good. I'm not stepping into a goblin orgy.
No, naturally, no. And I feel like this is a good time for the viewers to tell the viewers, goblins, being a playable race here, get to maintain their dignity. And so, as a function of that, as I've kind of underlined a few times, goblins are a very plentiful group of people. They keep it on the DL, like the human do. So they're not just, hey, let's get out here and do this thing in front of everybody else and make more goblins. So yeah, a goblin champagne room, not on wheels.
Okay,
We're safe.
good.
Yeah.
Good, excellent.
Yeah. but there is more like there's actual now electronic music audible. You can hear this. Like this opens up. What kind of soundproofing did this boat hull have?
Very impressive.
Yeah,
Dope.
as you're
Cool.
standing over this hatch, it's just blasting out of this compartment. And just like goblin hands just hand up this duffel bag. And another one pops up. It's wearing a party hat, nice little shiny party hat. Grabs
Glow
the handle on the
sticks.
hatch and just boom, hatch closed, music gone, duffel bag on the hull. And
Dope.
Tormund, the tabaxi, opens the hatch real quick, Mel, and closes it.
Wow. Wow. I mean, is there enough room down there for them to party? That's cool.
There's enough room for you to party anywhere if you have the will.
Dude, that's right. That's totally right. Cool. That's what's up.
Bro, you're so
All right.
deep I can't even see you anymore.
You must bring the party with you.
You're right. Speaking of bringing the party with me, I'm looking for a few pocket-sized parties. And by that, I mean a couple of throwable grenades, if you got those, and a couple of edible grenades, if you know what I'm saying.
I believe I know what you're saying.
Cool. That's what's up.
And he reaches into the duffel bag and he pulls out a grenade in these trying times and another one
Oh,
and another one.
that, I think that's probably good for me. Is that, I mean, that's good. You don't have to. I don't want to take all your stash, man.
Mel,
Cool. Very cool. And I pull out the cash that I just made and I flip out $75.
oh, now,
What?
that will be 30, my friend.
I was gonna say $3. All right, cool. No, 30. All right, cool. 30. That's what's up.
And now for
put
your
that in
party. We do have some of the base ingredients, and he pulls out some nice red and white speckled shroomy boys.
One side will make me feel taller, and the other side will make me feel shorter.
It'll take you where you need to go, perhaps for too long. But may I interest you in a sip of coffee instead?
I was feeling a little tired. Hell yeah, man. Totally.
One must maintain awareness. Mel,
Oh, hell yeah. Kind of tastes like beer. That's cool. What's up?
and yeah, it's a rich brew, a rich tasty coffee, with just a bit of sugary, like sweet and almost a buttery undertone.
Cool. I like it. All right.
And that will be another 30, thank you.
Oh, for the coffee and
Well,
the mushrooms.
Yes, for the full thermos, and it's a big boy thermos. Of coffee.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I hand him another 30. Absolutely.
Don't forget to share. That is the golden rule.
Of course, man. Definitely.
And he
Definitely.
clinks his brass knuckles back together, which they, of course, then start lighting up. Yep. And goes back to that.
Okay. Cool. So I'll just All right, cool, yeah. And I backwards dance my way towards the ladder and then slop my way over the side and get down.
All right. And so let's see here. Do we want to do clockwise or counterclockwise? We'll get back. Yes, we'll do a clockwise, boy. For me, it's clockwise for me. So, Ms. Jamerson.
Still laughing at the backward dancing. Yeah, I'm up on the ridge or the hill with the sisters and everything. What are they up to? Are they still putting kids to sleep, or I don't know. I can't remember what time it is. It's daytime.
Yeah, we're sneaking up towards late afternoon.
Okay, so they're not. The kids are still running around.
It's nap time for some of them.
Okay.
Stax, the goblin leader, is still up there. He's hanging out with Sister Maisie, who still has this, the Barrett, the 50 cal out, and is scanning the forest, the tree line, and stuff like that. And he's like, they're having a nice little chit chat. They've hit it off like fast friends, and so like she's sharing the scope with them and that kind of thing. And you can tell that like he's kind of stoked by like this, just because you've seen the weapons that these goblins are carrying around. You haven't seen the tiny knives, but you've seen their sidearms, grenades, sawed-off shotguns, zip guns, probably Uzis, Uzi 9mm, whatever they're carrying around. And these are, the goblins probably maintain their weapons as best they can, but the goblins are definitely living more rough than you guys, you all, period. Definitely not taking the oddly obsessive time out to clean and oil and, to dismantle, break down, clean, oil, reconstruct their weapons in an almost ritualistic manner that the sisters do. So Stax is like, ooh, fancy, with this nice, shiny, black anti-personnel cannon, basically. So that's the interaction that's going on there. Let's see here. You do see two sisters, Celine and I've forgotten my own characters' names. Celine and the sister superior getting to kind of trying to trek out the absolute peak of this ridge, of this hill. Celine is carrying almost looks like a surveyor's tripod, but with a pointy, like actually planted sort of bottom. And then the top part is a bunch of sophisticated looking electronics. And so Celine's got this over her shoulder and she's kind of fussing at the oil that might be coming off of this piece of machinery, kind of trying to keep it off of her nicely sequined habit and all that kind of thing. As they're looking around, the sister superior looks unsettlingly serene, as she has both of the times you've seen her, as she's kind of just surveying this area. And eventually she, she's far enough away that you can't see what she's saying, but she's like, kind of motions in the affirmative, nods, and points at where she's standing. And Celine takes this thing. And the thing about Celine is she's kind of acted dainty. And like I said, like kind of a PTA mom, the annoying kind, not the kind that we all love that, has a thermos of wine or, that kind of thing. But, the one who really cares about the bake sale. But she takes this and with a surprising amount of muscle, just plants this thing. Like she sinks this spike into the ground. And then, further sinks it to the point where, this machinery is flush with the ground, hits a couple buttons and stands back. And after a couple of seconds, this tower of kind of electronics just, springs up, kind of spring loaded, with a little red blinking light at the top. And Celine, obviously satisfied with herself, walks away. Sister Superior kind of does a 360 to survey, the surrounding miles that you can see from the top of this ridge, and then walks back down towards the bus, towards you guys.
Hey, do I know her name? Sister Superior, what's the setup you got going on up there?
Communication tower.
With the other sisters?
With everybody.
Does it like broadcast that we're here?
Only if you announce that you're here.
This
is wireless signal.
Because I thought like a big communications tower would probably signal to everyone that we were here, right? It's not my forte, but
Well, the soon-to-be burning giant goblin sculpture.
oh yeah, it's not wireless though. Well, I guess it is, and that it probably doesn't have wires, but it doesn't.
I mean, technically, it is wireless.
Yeah, I mean, so there's two wireless signals. You got yours and theirs, right?
Yes, we have the very old school fire signal
Smoke signals, right? Yeah.
and this communications tower. You should be able to communicate from here to, well, there should be coverage from here to Murfreesboro, and this should close the gap from here to Cahokia, and from Cahokia to Emancipation.
Is there someone you're looking to contact, or is it just is this just like standard procedure? This is my first sister trip, Sisterhood of the Traveling Habit trip, so it's new to me. I'm just curious.
And the Sister Superior is taking this all in humor and stride, and for somebody who kind of glides around silently, you're surprised that she's being people. And she explains that this is part of what they do. It's kind of trying to reestablish communication networks, like actual public communication networks.
Oh, okay. So this is just gonna stay,
Yes.
and anybody could use it.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go take a look.
And yeah, like you get there and it's basically a miniature kludged futuristic cell tower.
But like, does it have like input output? Could I send a message from it?
You would want to just check your phone.
See
what kind of bars you got.
Signal. All right, I'll whip that thing out and see what it looks like.
Yep.
Because before I didn't
And-
really have signal, and now I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And right here where you're at, yeah, this is no longer a dead zone.
Oh.
You have some number of bars greater than 0.
Multiple bars. Okay. Bars on bars. Okay. Okay. So this is just part of their setup. Okay. I mean, like Judith is just kind of like taking this in and like trying to understand. Does she have any texts or anything? Any messages?
Just the last few texts you sent 3 days ago.
Sure.
The newest one is still the last one you got from Ray Ray.
All right. I send him a message. No smiley, none of my smiley faces, emojis, anything like that. Thanks for the note. Period.
No. Hey, Ray, you stupid piece of shit.
Nope.
I'm turning this trip right back. This whole thing is turning right around. We're coming back to Murfreesboro.
I mean, I assume we will, but for now, I'm just sending him a text. Thanks for the note. I got it. No, but no smiley faces, no emojis, no exclamation points, just period.
All right.
And then she walks back to the sisters just to
Okay. And so, Noah, you were down in the party zone, down in the ball pit, still with excellent makeup, naturally,
Yes.
for face paint. What do you feel like doing? You can see Tormund getting his dance on top of the boat. You probably saw Lou, communicating and all that kind of thing, and doing some commerce with him there.
Yeah, I think that seems like a good idea, going up there, because that seems to be kind of the focal point of the party, isn't it? And by party, I mean the actual Goblin Fest, not our party, focusing on that.
Yeah. So, if you head over there, the rope ladder's pulled back up, but Lou's, just climbed down from there. So,
hey, Lou.
Yeah. Dude, I just got some dope new grenades. You want a cup of coffee?
Yeah, coffee sounds good.
Right?
Grenades? Actually, grenades make sense.
I mean, just as good as coffee. And I guess I grab whatever the nearest beverage cup, any empty container on the ground, and I just pick it up and I fill you.
Oh yeah, there's tin cups laying around. Like, there are actual probable former soup cans with nice handles attached to them.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Just rip a soup can and fill them up a cup of this. I'm assuming it is fantastic coffee. I mean, I paid $30 for a frickin'. Although I did get a thermos out of the deal, and you can't buy a thermos for less than $30.
That's pretty good thermos.
This thermos is, it is in fact a good thermos. It is a high quality steel thermos,
Like a Stanley brand or some shit.
Yeah, this is a powerful. You could probably bludgeon somebody with this.
Certainly, I intend to. Yeah.
So I'm going to take a little sip of the coffee. How is it?
Again, it's a rich brew. These are high quality beans. These are, this is a primal insanity brew. But there's like I said, kind of a sweet undertone as well as a bit of a buttery undertone. And I don't want to imply dairy, like
more of a mouthfeel kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, no, this is really good coffee.
I don't know if there's any drugs in it or not, but I have it.
Does it taste spiked?
It doesn't seem to be. I mean, so far I'm doing great.
I mean, I'm gonna drink it either way, but
well, and you have to assume. I mean, I would say the impression is that this has to be the same coffee that, as I've stated before, all the goblins are running around drinking. They're drinking more of this than beer.
Cool. Yeah. Well,
so there's
I don't know how long it'll be hot, but it's still good. Like, close it up.
Now, Nasha.
Hi.
Hi.
What have I missed?
Hardly anything.
Great.
And you didn't miss any of last session, so
yeah,
you're right there. The last thing you were doing last session was you and Sister Hannah had discussed trying to go harvest some materials
Yes.
for basically reeds for arrow shafts.
Yeah.
You've already got your sharp metal bits or your sharpenable metal bits.
In
Lots
abundance.
and lots of feathers for fletching. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and I think we were heading over there when we faded to black last time.
Mm-hmm. That is in fact the case.
All right. Yes, I have specifically 13 spiky bits.
That's right.
Because I took notes for once.
Nice.
When I have numbers, I write them down.
That has
Everything else
been,
I don't.
Numbers is kind of a sore subject. You should bring them up. That
Yeah.
you did.
yeah, I have a rough old time with numbers, but taking notes on them does help.
All right, so yeah, do we get over to the river or the creek or wherever?
So to give you a bit of, or to recap the description here, you do have a bit of light forestation between yourself and the river. It's basically pond or even kind of bog, closer to wetland, where you're at. But there is a little bit of forest there. It's not thick, all obscuring forest, but yeah, it's new growth.
This forest wasn't here before the apocalypse.
No. In fact, the forest ahead of you probably wasn't even there. That's 50 years of, those thicker trees, those, thicker trunks and everything. Those are 50 years worth of growth. Of uninterrupted, maintained or.
Yeah. All right. Well, I definitely. I should get dice out at some point.
I thought a cat was bothering you, and I didn't realize you had. Like, wait, does Nasha have a cat?
Yeah. No. You kidding? I wish I had a. The Khajiit is my pet now. I'm gonna. Not gonna go there.
It's tabaxi. Remember, it's not a Khajiit. Khajiit has wares.
Don't
Tabaxi
know
has
the
grenades.
difference. And I've played a tabaxi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I in that case, actually, is there any? I feel like there's something significant in the fact that this. How new growth is this? Like new, or in its teens? Like, is there some kind of relation between the new growth forest and the Death Rally?
No. There's definitely no relation between those two elements here.
Okay.
It is teens. Yeah. I mean, trunks are, 10
young
inches.
Forest, but it's a forest.
Yeah.
It's not somebody went out and planted a bunch of trees. It's
no.
Okay. Yeah, I'd want to start looking around and see if I could find any just, sticks that seemed suitable for crafting into arrows.
Okay. It's going to be about 100 plus yards, 200 meters, excuse me. I'll use real people units, between you and the water, which is where you're going to find the proper reeds. So you're going to have to do a little bit of a trek out there.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. I would love to get away from that.
And yeah, it takes, and through the power of imagination, it's been a few minutes and you're, traveling through this. When you hear, give me a perception roll.
That is 16 modified.
Awesome. Yeah. You hear what sounds, and I'm going to go ahead and tribute to Nasha that she definitely has this level of acuity from her lifestyle. what sounds like a quadruped. And from behind you, now you can still hear the drums from the camp because they've got like Led Zeppelin speakers, but yeah, you can hear these.
Motorhead.
Right.
Okay. That does remind me, there's an interview where Lemmy was asked at a festival how they would play if they went back and played the same festival 10 years later. It's like, what do you think will change? And he thought about it for a minute and went, it'd probably be the same, but louder.
Yeah.
And this, the festival is the logical conclusion of that. Yeah. If I hear quadruped, I'm going to immediately string my bow, or not string, but draw, not
Yeah.
draw, but knock an arrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
English. And start, enter hunting mode, because I want to. I think before I was just walking,
Mhm.
and now I'm paying attention.
Right. And as you do that, you draw a knock, and Sister Hannah just kind of casually reaches and places a hand on on the grip of one of the brace of pistols and looks over her shoulder in the direction from whence the sound is coming.
Okay.
And she very quickly looks not alarmed. Like, you can kind of watch the alert, look on her face.
What does
And-
she see that I haven't yet?
You turn around and you see it's just a black and white kitty man trotting up on all fours. It's Tormund. It's been a few minutes.
Friend!
Yeah, it's been a few minutes. And he comes up, at first meow, and then, gets up on 2 feet once he catches up to you. And no, it's a plain meow. And once he catches up with you, if you are going to hunt, you must be alert. Here, caffeinate yourselves. And offers you a canteen, a nice round canteen,
All right.
and 2 tin cups.
I'll just look over and be like, thanks.
Oh,
We weren't hunting. We were looking for sticks, but still.
I mean, it is the same thing. Have you never played with a stick? Anyway, I will accompany you. These are questions that do not need answers. I will accompany you.
The reaction to that Nasha would have is like, seems to stare into an alternate universe that exists just over his left shoulder, like what? Like, the kind of look you get from an eye, just.
And while you're doing that, you do notice that Tormund kind of reaches out to his right and just errantly swats at a moth as it flies by. Just cat habits, just cat things. What kind of sticks? What kind of sticks do you seek?
I'm gonna unknock and like trying to make some more of these.
Yes. Arrow reed. Excellent. Well, you are heading in the correct direction. But you need keen eyes, ears, and nose, such as Tormund, to protect you or to alert you.
I'm not gonna say no.
Wise.
While he's
And-
doing that, I'll pour out,
Yeah.
hold 2 of the cups and
And yeah, while you and Sister Hannah are,
Drinking
coffeeing
rocket
up,
fuel.
he, gets back down on all fours and chirrups into the forest and brush. And you can kind of hear that weird cat chirp every few seconds. And, Tormund's head, his person pokes up out of the brush and then back down. Follow.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'll follow him. He clearly knows the area.
Right. And yeah, birds are kind of scattering every once in a while because there's a probably 130-pound cat, doing cat stuff through the brush, in their general vicinity.
Cat
you
with
do-
opposable thumbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cat, but
Terrifying
worse.
proposition. Yes. So that's what's going on there. I think right now we should go ahead and take our halftime or third time just to get ahead of it. And we'll be right back. Well, we're back again. Thanks for coming with us.
Likely story.
And we are picking back up with, let's see here. Let's go back to Luke.
Hi.
Lou
So-
and Noah, since you are now broed up.
Yeah. Kind of just jiving.
And it's been a few minutes. Yes, you are jiving. You're vibing.
Vibing, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Things are very crisp and vibrant. Judith, what are you doing? You see Lou and
I'm
Noah.
unable to find my right tab. I'm sorry. Yeah, I see them doing what? They're drinking coffee that I wasn't invited to have any of.
Well, they're your friends.
That's
What do you
true.
I'm drinking coffee, and here you are with me.
That's great. I am going to go. Sorry, it was you got to be quick on the draw. Come fast and furious. No corona. I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go say hi.
Family.
My voice is not. I tried it before. And it was so sad. It was like family. Can't do it. All right.
I got you covered.
Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna go check on the boys, see what the boys are doing. What are you just like holding the carafe and like jam? Like, you got the carafe in one hand and you're jamming with the other?
Well, I grab a tin cup mug for you, and I fill you up a cup from my thermos.
What is this?
It's coffee.
Where did
I've
you
been
get?
told.
Where did you get it?
Torben, man, he's dope. Oh,
Torben,
where'd he go?
Yes, exactly. Torben is gone.
What else? Yeah, I think he went.
Who is that? Is that the?
That's
That's
that cat,
the
dude.
That's the cat.
No,
Dude.
I know it's that. I don't know if Judith knows that. That's called acting. Yeah. Oh,
I
the
said
cat,
it in character.
the cat gave you the magic the coffee.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I bought it.
You
It's
just
kind of
drink-
expensive for coffee, but I got it.
It looks like a pretty
You
good thermos.
did get
though.
the thermos.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a pretty.
Yeah, it's a good thermos. Like, look at this. I just like hit it on something.
Okay, all right, all right. Just okay. Can I see it? The thermos.
So
The thermos. I'll give it back. Don't look.
I mean,
I'm good for it. Come on.
yeah, dude.
Okay.
That's cool.
I don't stick my whole nose in it because I'm a gourmand, but I take a whiff. I don't smell anything off, do I? Like the milk's gone bad or anything?
No, it's the same rich coffee smell you've smelt above
Okay.
everything else besides the cooking beefalo since y'all got here. Remember, as a matter of fact, Judith, you have
Did I
been
have some?
interacting with the goblins and hanging out and kind of circulating more.
But I
than
drank the
everybody else.
beer. Yeah, I drank the beer, but beer has alcohol in it, and I trust alcohol. I don't know about.
I don't
Okay,
know.
well-
I feel pretty good. Feel pretty crisp.
Give me the cup,
There you
please.
go.
And I pour myself like a taste, and I take a sip. I'm sure it's fine, but all right. Okay, here you can have it back. Sorry, don't hit me with your dancing fish. Just here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, thank you.
I
It's not bad.
slip it back.
It's really not bad. I don't feel any different though. It's just coffee.
No, you don't feel any different. It's coffee. It's tasty coffee. This tastes like gourmet. This might be the best coffee you've had in a few months.
Yeah, I feel like normally it would just be like instant, like something really sad.
Yeah.
Well, as
Sad
we discussed,
instant.
I want to say in the very first session that we in episode 1, no, there's Appalachian coffee beans, and
Right.
so yeah, as long as you were in Murfreesboro, you were having good coffee.
Okay.
This is better coffee.
So I personally don't know much about Appalachia, so all right. Okay, it's not bad. Okay. And I screw the top back. I hand it back to you. It's your coffee.
Oh,
You
yeah.
paid for it. Sorry.
It is in my bag already.
Okay.
And
Good.
do y'all want to share any information since Noah and Judith were on the hilltop with the sisters?
Oh, yeah.
and stuff?
So I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but they set up like a communications tower. So if you're wondering if you'd have bars upon bars, you do. I was
Oh,
able to.
dope.
Yeah, I was able to send a text.
Oh, nice. I don't have a phone, so
Yeah,
I don't really care. But that's
not sure about,
cool
like-
for you.
yeah.
Noah, I decided just now you have a pager
Oh my god.
because you're you're
He's a
you're
doctor.
you're a nurse.
Yeah.
And this thing just vip, 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 vip,
Well, why
vip,
not?
vip.
I think they might think I'm still on call.
On where are you on call? Like at a hospital?
Run by the marshals who know that I'm here.
That's weird. Do they?
It's not
No?
run by the marshals, and it's a medical center. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's
Yes,
right,
medical
yeah.
center. That's right. That's right. I thought. Oh no, it's not run by the marshals. Oh yeah.
No.
Whoops. So I'm probably fired.
I think
You
you'll be
got this
okay.
job. It's cool.
Yeah, we're fine.
You have coffee. It's great.
Yeah, we've got
We're
coffee.
So
And now,
For days.
by the way, speaking of coffee, it's time to do a constitution check.
Hope you packed your bags, kids.
Okay. To be fair,
We're going on a trip.
To be fair, I only took a little sip.
Girl,
To be fair.
To be fair,
TBF.
I love
Four-
wordplay.
Nasha
14.
knocked back an entire glass and presumably finished the thermos by now.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, it's a big old 19 plus whatever my nothing. It's a 19.
Cool. So, Lou, what'd you get?
8.
Cool.
Ooh.
Oh, I actually lied. I looked at the wrong one. 11, not 14. 11.
Okay, so
That's a
Noah got
5.
11.
you
Lou
need to
got
get your
an
weight
8.
up. 19.
Yeah. Nice. And you got a 19?
19.
Cool. All right. Lou,
I was hoping to fail this.
you are in a better mood than usual. And
Angry.
you're kind of noticing that most things that are red, so rust, red paint, Vicky the car, some of the feathers that some of the goblins are wearing. If you have red garments or anybody around you does, the red cross on Noah's body armor, that kind of thing, stand out. Just almost like Christmas lights. And kind of thrum in unison with the drums, which are both more apparent and less. So parse that for a second. Noah, same thing. Noah,
I'm
same
prepared.
thing. And something to understand is everything looks nicer. You don't feel out of control. You feel a little bit more, like I said, crisp. It's very coffee. Nasha, there are some gorgeous berries on some of those trees.
Are they
not
red or some
thrumming.
other color?
They're red, but they're not thrumming because the drums are very far back behind you now. The greens, which are kind of few and far between because of the region, but also very green because of the humidity, are just kind of comforting, but you're very aware of any movement due to wind or anything like that. Speaking of which, this is the time where your brain sparks hard, and between the smell of the humidity, not the smell because Nasha is an anosmic,
Easier to roleplay for me, so
but just the kind of nose feel, I guess.
Yeah.
You can feel the humidity on the air, and a little bit of the electricity on the air.
Oh, I can taste that. So Nasha would be able to as well.
Yeah, and that's a thing that, God, I'm glad I'm not the only one who can actually taste electricity, ozone from it. But it's been kind of just in the back of your, I don't want to say reptile hindbrain because there's a bunch of weird shit that goes back there, but not this necessarily.
Accurate.
Yeah. But it's just kind of been in the background there for a couple days now, since just before you left Murfreesboro. It really hits you that this feels like a storm, even though you haven't been experiencing any adverse weather conditions. And you do look towards the east and see that there's a big ass storm there on the horizon.
Was that there before?
Yeah, the storm clouds were there before, and I feel like Nasha would have actually noticed that. Like I said,
I would have clocked them passively.
yeah, exactly. This becomes just a little bit more of a real ass idea at this point because you're high.
Oh yeah.
Judith, you're just fine for now.
I knew that alcohol would like serve me. I'm like used to ingesting like horrible things, not drugs. Yeah. I would never.
But I do need to underline that this is, in fact, the same coffee that these goblins have been running around consuming this entire time, more so than the beer. And these are the goblins who can put together trash and turn it into gold in terms of. Go ahead.
Can I tell that like something is starting to get weird for them? Can I tell?
Give me a perception check.
I was like, I know what's gonna happen now. This game where we roll dice. Ooh, that is not good. It is an 8.
No, everything seems exceptionally normal.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Are they talking, or is it like? No.
Well, and the thing is as you know, I'm describing all this. I'm putting it forward very much. The description of it. This sensation that you're experiencing really still is in the background. This is kind of it's sneaking up on you. They just kind of feel good, and these things are happening. But the conversation's still the same. The behavior's still the same.
Okay.
A lot of this high is perception based.
That's why I rolled so badly.
Man, I'm really excited about this trip, dude. This is gonna be awesome. We're gonna go through the woods. Gonna go to Chicago. Man, those trees are probably pretty big. It's gonna be cool.
I don't know. I like forest.
So much fun.
Being outside makes me nervous, so I don't really know about that part. But the city part is cool. No, it's creepy. Like the tree.
But look how beautiful it is right now.
But it's crazy beautiful here.
I would like to perceive it from the inside of a car or a building, or maybe from far away. I don't know what's out here. It's hard to see what's coming. It's dark. It's creepy.
Do you want to sit in the car? That'd be fun.
I don't know if he's still. I should actually probably check and see if he's still working on it, but because I haven't moved it since the goblin was helping me out. But I'll check on it later. I think it looks like we're gonna stay the night. The sisters are pretty well dug in, it seems. So.
Oh, no, right? I haven't set up a tent or anything.
I mean, did we even bring tents? That would have made sense.
I've got a tent. Yeah.
Dang. Okay. How big is it?
I mean, not real big.
Okay, well, let me borrow it for tonight. And then...
Anyways, Nasha.
I'm trying to wait for the stuff to kick in. And that was my conversating.
Nasha.
Yeah.
He won't let me do anything. But
So you guys are, you and Hannah are following this trail of chirrups from Tormund.
did
Yeah.
Hannah have any? No, right?
What's that?
Did Hannah have any?
I mean, I
Yes.
passed her a mug.
Oh
Yeah.
no! What did she get? Did she roll?
Well,
Oh Lord. Never mind.
I'm gonna in this moment. I'll be like,
The snozberries
This
taste like
coffee.
snozberries.
and
Yeah.
this is these snozberries are kicking in while you're walking, but like
Sorry.
it's also kind of background. Like I said, you are farther away from the drums than anybody else, so it's just a little bit more subtle. You just feel kind of a heightened awareness. Hannah's tattoos look gorgeous, and it's all this. It's very like extremely well done. It's probably Spanky's work, or at the very least, it might be Greta's work because she's got that subtle hand, that deft hand. But the blacks are, the black lines are, as my old tattoo artist used to say, blacky black. The colors are brilliant, and this is set off against this incredibly pale kind of canvas. And you're watching these arms swing, and she's got a gun in both hands. You're behind her, and she's just kind of walking, swinging her hands. And every once in a while, she stops, looks at something, and then keeps going.
every time she does that, I want to look at that thing too, because if it was enough to catch her eye,
Yeah. And she's like, huh. And then keeps moving on. This reminds me of when I used to go dino hunting with Henry and my dad. Used to just, well, you're carrying a bow. Obviously, you hunt, right?
not dinosaurs, but yes. Actually, have
Oh.
I hunted dinosaurs?
No.
I was gonna say I don't know if those are anywhere near where I was from. I mean, I know I hunted monsters, but
Yeah. No.
of some variety.
Yeah. If they were sauropods, maybe tiny sauropods. But
Hmm.
anyways, it's mostly chicken sized and good eating like chicken too. And the weird thing is you can leave the skin on just like with a chicken. Those scales, it's high protein, low fat. Anyways, so Henry and my dad and I, we would go hunting. And it was weird. Henry's not my brother, by the way. He was this boy that used to hang out with my dad. And, my dad would teach he and I how to work on cars and, teach us about guns and hunting, obviously. But we go out in the forest and I think my dad liked Henry more at the time. Nasha, did you have any brother or sisters?
I have to remember by checking my character sheet, but I don't think I did. No.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Oh, well,
My parents did like pretty much every other child in the village more than me, or so it seemed. But
well, that's terrible. You seem like a nice lady. Anyway,
it was fine. We just didn't get along as people.
oh yeah, yeah. Where was it? Oh, so we'd go hunting, and anyway, after a while, Henry got. We go hunting every couple of weeks. You know how it is. There's not a lot of people around, so not a lot of mouths to feed. So you go hunt when you need fresh food. Go foraging when you need fresh food. I was pretty good at it. Henry was all right. Seems like he was trying to learn harder. Anyways, time went on. Henry got sick. Just maybe sad. Anyway, so what sent you off to go be a marshal?
Wanted to see more of gestures vaguely at everything because right now everything is great.
Oh yeah, yeah, all the things.
And yeah, and I felt like I needed to just get away from this safe little place that I had been in for my entire life. I knew there had to be more out there.
Yeah, there's a lot out there.
Does she know where I'm from?
No, she doesn't, but she's also experiencing things right now.
I'm.
So for
I was like,
communications.
I would, I would love to see what I saw back home like this.
Where is home?
New Mexico, right near Roswell.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Well, that's a bit menacing for you.
Do I have any way of like showing my abilities at present? Because I don't have any spells yet, and I can't get one until next level.
Really? I thought you could at 4.
No. I thought I could. Well, I can get dark vision now,
Oh, yeah.
but I can't get any of the channel spells yet. I don't
Yeah.
have the AP for it, so.
So for our viewers, by the way, again, we are running Ultramodern 5e. The magic system in Ultramodern 5e is, as somebody who has not played a dedicated pure magic user in Dungeons and Dragons 5, 5th edition, I won't claim to be an expert, but I will say that the Ultramodern system is very, very crunchy. If anybody here has read the book or is also friends with Dios Ex Machina on Twitter, pick their brain. But I will say that there's a lot of crunch to magic there and a very hard progression system. And by hard, I mean firm progression system.
It's very, in a nutshell, as you level up, you gain asset points, and then you buy spells and paths of spells with those. So there's a lot more you can do with the magic system if you live that long.
It's also very near to having a mana pool, in a way.
Yeah. You have a mana pool, and you have, like... Well, I mean, it's not unlike Skyrim, where every time you level up, you can either choose to get more spell access, or you can do something else. I could get one spell right now, but I don't want it, so I'm gonna save that AP to get something better. It's crunchy.
So, as you have been reminded of home, you're remembering a time. And this was actually when you and your parents got along.
Long time ago.
You were about 8. You're very small.
Yeah.
You were a small.
We got along right up until I was able to make my own decisions.
And this was about that time.
Yep.
Nasha was a very advanced child. Nasha, if I pick it up correctly, was a very independent child and liked to get up to roaming. And you remember a time that you roamed and got lost. You started out during the evening, early evening, a summer day, kind of like this one. But as the day wore on, you just kept traveling further and further out. And as this memory sinks in, you're feeling more and more in the memory as your legs work, as you move through the brush, idly picking D4 reeds, by the way. Go ahead and roll.
Thanks.
Assuming I can find where I put my caltrops. Oh, there's one.
How many D4? 1?
1.
That's a 2. Thanks.
2 reeds for now. You look down at your legs and you feel closer to the ground from where you're at. And strangely enough, you're also wearing a dress, which you haven't worn in forever. You do have boots on, which was something that your parents already didn't like much. They didn't mind the boots, and they loved the dresses, but they didn't like them together. But there you were, and this started out as a path that you remember, that you were familiar with. But as the evening wore on, and it got darker, and just a little bit colder, because desert, for the first time you really started to get worried, because the lights were so far back. They were so far back behind you that they were just a haze of light on the horizon to your little eyes. But there was one light in a rock formation. Now, what would 8-year-old Nasha do?
Oh, go toward the
reading
light.
it naturally.
Yeah, it's something I don't know about.
And it's closer. It's closer than home.
Yeah.
And as you approach these rocks and the light, you hear a harmonica. And once you get close enough, you realize that the light is a fire, a campfire, in a bit of a kind of a, not a cave, but a rock formation that creates a bit of shelter.
Right.
And when you get there, at the fire, you see Mr. Green. Now, Mr. Green was a funny little man that would occasionally visit your community. And when he did, he usually brought people you knew. People your mom knew, people your dad knew. Sometimes people they were friends with. There were always people that wandered off. But Mr. Green was always nice. He'd always bring good things with him, too. And Mr. Green was about 4 feet tall, with a very large head and very large, almost entirely black eyes. And he was, in fact, green. And that's why they called him Mr. Green, obviously. Mr. Green wore Hawaiian shirts most of the time. Oftentimes wore reflective aviator glasses. He didn't like the sun much and had a tendency to pour water onto himself mid-sentence. And he had a kind of middling pitched voice that buzzed just a little bit. He was a nice guy, though. A lot of the time, he'd bring food shipments with him. When he brought, family friends who'd wandered off. Usually, those people weren't doing so good, but that's just because they'd wandered off and gotten dehydrated. They, maybe a little touched in the head from heat stroke. Yeah, everything's fine, though. Everything's fine. And there's Mr. Green. He doesn't have his shades on. It's nighttime. And he's playing harmonica. He's got a can of beans. And a stack of jeans. Just fine American denim jeans. Next to him. folded up nice and tight. Hey, kid, what are you doing here? It's nighttime, and you're tiny.
Yeah. I saw a light and I figured it was closer than going home, so I wanted to see what was over here. I'm happy to see you though.
Oh, Christ. Well, have some beans.
Let's sit down on a nearby log or stump or whatever if there is one, or just on the ground if there isn't.
No.
I'm picturing a campfire from Red Dead.
Yeah, fair.
Like-
And you kind of have to step your tiny child feet around some liquor bottles. Well, I've been watching you. I mean, no. Whoa. That's not. Look, you're a weird kid. You can't just go wandering out in the desert, all right? And I know your parents. Listen, when parents tell us not to do a thing, that's the exact thing we want to do. But I'm not your parents, am I? I promise I'm not.
You make a persuasive argument. And this is Lil Nasha just like, trying
one
hard
of
to
the
be
thi-
devious looking.
one of the things about you weird little monkey folks is you've got like a 10-year window where you do all your good thinking, and then it's just being sad and tired for like 70 years.
And yet you told me that I shouldn't be wandering out here
Right.
before that happened.
But you're not wandering because you're thinking about it. You're wandering because you feel like it. That's the other problem with monkeys. You just do what you feel like. Sometimes. And then the times that you don't are probably the times that you should. Noah, you're high as shit.
All right.
Again, not out of control, but everything looks amazing. You have almost stepped into a cell-shaded world. You're
And still with Lou and Judith, correct? Yes. Okay.
correct.
So Lou, you talked to the cat guy that was up there, right?
I'm not a cat guy. What?
No, but the
No.
cat guy that was dancing that disappeared.
Whoa. Yeah, like a cat. It was amazing. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did talk to that dude. It was pretty cool. He was very cool. There's
Yeah.
a party up in that boat.
We should go up there. But I wanted to ask him and he disappeared. So maybe he mentioned something to you. Is my face paint okay? Like that's not insensitive to him, is it?
I thought you were a cat, so I think it's probably okay.
Okay.
And
Wait.
Lou,
Yeah.
full on, it looks like there's a terrifying tiger man talking to you. But you're not scared because it sounds like Noah.
Yeah. And Noah's cool.
Out of all the people you've been traveling with for the last couple weeks, yeah, Noah's probably the least dangerous. Judith,
Oh, definitely.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and roll another Constitution check.
I did the. Okay, yes, I will. Ooh. Oh no, it's a 7. I can't read my dice. At first, I thought it was a 1, and I was like, "I'm leaving," but it was a 7.
That's fine.
Am I reacting to that? Like, wait, though, is it starting to show that they're like?
It sure
Oh,
is now. Lucky 7. That red cross on Noah's body armor is almost mesmerizing, especially since it's kind of thrumming in time to the drums.
I don't like this, Judith says out loud.
Oh.
However,
Oh no.
physically,
I thought you
you
said it
feel
was
great.
good. Basically.
No, it's not that. It's not your face. Your face looks, and I cannot stress this enough, amazing. It's your thing on your body.
Like
That
Yeah,
thing.
and Lou like reaches out and just brushes it.
Oh, don't do. I
Mm.
don't.
No, I'm okay with that.
No,
That's
I.
fine.
This is good.
But if you
This is
touch it, it's
good.
gonna. It's moving though, and if you touch it, it's gonna be moving more.
And
with
then
you.
Judith, right by your
Mm-mm.
feet is the little kind of friend-shaped, pug-faced goblin. Oh, you got caffeinated. Well, welcome. So,
Yes.
my friend
Yes.
Gear was he's working on your car still. He's got a good. It took him a minute to color match your paint.
What? So
But,
wait. Stop talking for a second.
Oh.
Why do you sound like that?
What?
You sound funny.
Well, I used to live in a maze, and everybody sounded like that there. But anyway, so Gear was working on your
maze?
paint, and he got it color matched, and everything's
Why did you
fine.
live in a maze?
Yeah, mazes, you know.
Was it a house in there? Did you
No,
live in the middle?
I live. Well, sometimes.
Did you? Okay. And everybody talk funny. Where's my car, dude? Where is my car?
I assume it's where you left it. It's probably shined up now. Gear was working on it. So he did mention to me that you didn't want like a laser cannon or anything in place of the mirror.
No.
I brought you this,
No.
and it's like a
No.
nice shiny
No.
chromed mirror.
Oh no! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just carrying it around with me. It was for my helmet so I could see behind me. You never know.
Can I pet you
Where?
on your head?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay. And she pets him. It's like nice. It's not weird. It's a little weird. It's totally weird. It's fine.
Hey, no, we're all friends here. We're all good.
Did you?
You
Okay.
get like 20 seconds, and then I'll cut you. But
Okay. And she takes her hand.
yeah,
I don't want that.
all right. Yeah, no, we're good.
Thank
What-
you.
Did you? Yeah.
Thank
no problem.
you. Thank you.
Don't forget to hydrate. And he bye, and just kind of wanders off.
That was the nicest little girl I've seen in a while.
Speaking of little girls, back to Nasha.
Back to Lumpy.
So, look, you can camp out here for a minute, but I'm gonna have to give you this giant heavy metal flashlight and send you back on your way because this is about the point in the evening where shit gets weird. Look, I have a job. You know, I don't work for your family or the people that live there. I don't understand. I just bring high quality denim products as well as low quality semi-catatonic humans back. I work for the visitors. You know those guys with the funny
The pretty lights?
Yeah. They're not cool. I mean, they're cool. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hope they didn't hear me. Yeah, they're cool in that they have, lasers, and that's rad. And, wormholes and they don't care about time or space or, that kind of thing. But they're shitty cooks and they don't wear pants. And that's a rough time for me because, well, look. And right then, there's young Nasha smells the smell of lightning or bad electronics and looks towards kind of the mouth of this, rock formation. And there are 3 tall figures, semi reminiscent of Mr. Green, but gray, also with very large eyes and wearing some semi ornate, segmented. I don't think young Nasha would recognize armor necessarily at this point,
Not yet.
but
No.
it's metallic.
I've seen armor, but it's all been leather. So
There you go.
from people hunting that I've been mercilessly fangirling after, but nothing metallic. Yeah.
Right. And you kind of feel again, Nasha wouldn't necessarily recognize it, young Nasha, but grown Nasha that's experiencing this memory right now, kind of a bass hum in the back of your mind. And it's semi-articulated. Almost seems like a vocalization, but none of their mouths are moving. They're actually standing there impassive, almost like statues, except for the, rising and falling of their chests as they breathe.
Right.
But Mr. Green, look, she's it's a juvenile. We could probably just send her back to the village without, getting in the brain meats and she should be fine. Nobody's gonna believe a kid about, spacemen. Look, kid, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're spacemen. It's one of those things. I'm not that kind of spaceman, but,
I'm so confused.
Well, keep saying that out loud, and just just repeat that.
For how long?
Probably till you get home, because this is just look, kid, just shut up. All right, guys, ladies, you. Yeah, I know. Okay, when they get out of town and see things, we're supposed to just pick them up and put them back where they go with a little less brain, but it's a kid. It should be fine. Plus, I don't know, the boots are kind of cool.
Can I try to decipher the hum in the back of my mind while this is happening?
Go for it.
Yeah, what am I rolling for this? Bigger? Wisdom? Okay.
And intelligence.
With
No, just wisdom, please.
Okay. Flat wisdom, right?
Yeah.
22.
Shit.
I have a +4 to wisdom as of this level.
Fair enough. We cannot have any of them observing our business.
And in that, can I try to broadcast back? In a sense, think with intent.
You could probably just speak since he's been
I
speaking.
probably could, but my point being, I want to try to talk on their level if I can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think with intent in their direction. Do you mean the business of selling jeans, or did I not notice something else?
And right then, in response, all three heads just swivel, and three sets of eyes of black, not shiny like Mr. Green,
Void.
void eyes settle on you.
Just the face of just tall friends. Like
Pure innocence.
they
And
they can
they
talk,
focus
they
on you.
must be friendly.
They focus on you for a moment and then swivel back to Mr. Green. All right. Well,
Mr. Green didn't hear that, did he?
again, it's a kid. Kids make shit up all the time. I'll just, take her back to her family and say, oh, she got lost in the desert. Look at these tiny jeans. I grabbed you some full-sized normal people jeans and everything's fine. She made up some stories. It's cool. It's cool, everybody. It's cool. It is not cool. Are you prepared to take responsibility for this child? Look, okay, you know this about me. A, I have a cloaca. B, I reproduce asexually. C, I don't really like kids. D, what the fuck, guys? She's, still like miles away from hog shit heaven. Look, you guys fight gods. I sell jeans. She's, like 6 years away from shit in her pants. Everything should be fine here. Hey kid, you promise you're not gonna promise shit, are you?
You don't know that. I might. I don't know. What do you want me to promise? I don't promise anything.
She promises nothing. We fix the child and we send her back. I'm not fixing any child's brain, okay? Look, I might be 800 years old, but I remember being a small one. And you can't just go around needling around in juvenile brains without, expecting some serious bedwetting later on.
I'm gonna think at them. I can promise not to tell anybody I saw you if that's what you want. And the reason I'm thinking that instead of saying it out loud is I want to try to show that I'm actually being sincere. Like, I'm not going to tell anybody that I saw them or even infer it. Like, tall friends are scary. I don't want needles in my skull.
And they turn back to Mr. Green. They look at you and then kind of look at each other and then turn back to Mr. Green. Do the bare minimum. And they look back at you. And you wake up at home. It's time for another break or the end. Mr. Producer has one brand of card and we don't know. Actually, wait. Nasha, are you
Yes.
good? Are you good to take a break and then come on back?
Sure.
All right. Then we'll take another tenor and be back.
pretty sure we're live.
Hey, Lou's pretty sure we're live, so we're back. Glad to have you back. Nasha, go ahead and roll me another D4, by the way.
Cool. Oh, sweet. 4.
6. Sick. Not 6. Can't get that on a D4.
I mean, I have 6 total now, so
There you go.
either way. If you get 6 on a D4, you may be cheating.
I do want to give a shout out to the Outlaw Network for joining us and being in the chat actively. Thank you very much.
Yeah, John's great.
I'm not using people's real names.
I don't. I know who's behind it. Like, I don't-
You just exposed that human being to the
they stream on that channel
fair enough.
with
Fair
real names.
Yeah, good call. Good call. All right. Yep. You get what you get. I don't like to call people out by their real names on the internet because who knows?
You are 6 podcasters in a trench coat. That is very accurate. Not like the people who are on the Outlaws. I mean, you specifically. Between Are We Friends, Outlaws, and Downtime.
Vincent Podcastman. I like that. All right. So, Nasha, you have found more arrow shafts. And the sun's getting low, big guys. The sun's getting low. It's now evening time. Judith, Lou, Noah, and Nasha as well. But the first 3 of you, you're not losing energy. You're caffeinated. You're feeling good. Let's see here. You can see there's a hustle and bustle around the giant goblin. Most of the goblins have kind of filtered in that direction.
Lou's gonna skate his way over to the fire area and just try and be useful. Yeah, he's gonna try to be useful.
Do we have any like physical changes? Are we still like fine?
Yeah, you feel physically great. I mean, normal. However, you felt before the coffee. Maybe a little bit peppier just because caffeine, but you got a solid 8 hours of sleep last night. Judith did. All your characters did. And Judith didn't drink hard
Yeah, no,
At-
sure.
at Duke's.
It was light work.
Yeah. Noah might have been flagging a little bit at this point because Noah hit the bottle pretty hard the night before. And got 8 hours of sleep. But as we know, that's not how it works once we've imbibed.
I'm still young, though.
Yeah,
I can,
exactly.
You can do this.
And Lou being 27, which I realize contradicts the 23 that we landed on 6 sessions ago. 27 is what's on the character sheet.
Yeah, he's the old man.
So there you go. Maybe Lou lies sometimes about his age,
He
There
might.
you go.
Yeah, just
Not on purpose. Just can't
Not-
remember all the time.
Sometimes it might seem advantageous to just, throw that number out there.
Yeah.
But you also probably feel 23 a lot of the time. Lou is a peppy dude.
Yeah.
So,
It's cool, man.
yeah. And
Age is
possibly
just a number.
just can't remember part of the last 4 years. So there's that too.
That. A lot of that.
Okay, so yeah, if you head over to the base of the goblin, which is not on fire yet, it's completed.
Give me time.
Right?
Can I use my demolitions knowledge to try and help with the fire?
They are not actively. They're setting up stuff for a fire at a later point. And
Right.
one of them explains that there will be a good talking. There'll be a good talking before we set it on fire.
Oh, cool. Yeah, all right. But like, I mean, is it gonna be like a big fast fire, or is it gonna be like slow? Is it gonna be colors? Oh my god, I hope it's like lots of colors.
I mean, there'll be fire colors.
Those are some of my favorite colors. Like
It's gonna look so cool.
got yellow, you got orange, you got red, and sometimes blue, and
Yeah, we got you.
green.
Yeah.
Why?
Does the fire take requests?
For like, what it's gonna burn?
Like colors?
I don't know. You gotta. I guess you gotta think real hard about it.
Okay, I will
that
do
like
that.
Is that a thing? Like, I don't know. I don't know where you're from. Like,
I don't know where
I'm
you're
not here to
from.
disrespect anybody's traditions.
I don't
Maybe
want
you
to
know something I
disrespect
don't.
their traditions. I just wanted to know
Oh, no.
about the colors.
No, that's very polite. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Oh,
So
God.
should
so
we
glad
like,
we had this party.
should we
Me
like find a
too.
spot to watch the talking, or like what?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably be. It's pretty tall. It's gonna be up there at the top.
Oh,
You'll be able to see him.
cool.
While it's on fire?
Oh, now what now? I mean, we wouldn't burn a goblin.
No,
Not a goblin.
I mean, we
weird.
might.
I'm
but-
sorry I said that. It's weird.
No, it's fine.
Sorry. It's me.
No, it's reasonable. We
Is
do a
it?
lot of exploding.
Yeah.
It's just part of the business.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Blue
Yeah.
just kind of freestyles around in the flat area around the fire for the next 10, 15 minutes.
Are you doing good? Like, are you like landing all of your
That's a really good
Olive?
question.
olives?
Yeah, go ahead and do a dex. Add everything you add +2.
Nice. That'd be 21.
It's amazing.
You get some nice heel flips.
Judith,
Pretty cool.
Yeah, Judith
He's
Stokes.
doing really good.
it's amazing.
The
It's good.
the hippie lady with the fire sticks is gaining proximity to you at this point. You may be filling up your super meter of skateboarding of cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna pretend that's the mechanic in this game for now. All right, and so we go back to catching back up with Nasha and Hannah and Tormund, the Tabaxi, of course. As you kind of, in your remembrance, in your reverie, your enhanced reverie, wake up in your bed, you kind of snap back out of it. They're in the here and now. And partially kind of roused out of your, again, for the third and last time this session at the very least, reverie by the sounds of a bit of ruckus between a large cat person and an unknown animal.
Run towards it.
Okay. And yeah, you cover the ground plenty quick. Perhaps feeling extra great about your traversal of this rough ground. Just a little bit more,
Yeah.
more dexterous than usual, and get there. And Hannah's looking like a badass, and she's right by you. Like, you got a bit of that anime running through the forest next to each other, looking. Yeah, she's
Where
not.
you're not seeing full animation frames. It's just flashes between trees.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but still very brief, very brief travel, and you catch up, and there's Tormund on his, standing up, and he's got a very lizard adjacent, an entirely reptilian creature clasped in his kitty jaws and holding two pretty wicked curved long daggers or short swords in his hands, and some kind of some gore on his kitty chin, and the reptile isn't moving anymore, and he looks at you and just kind of
I'll take the knife and just stick it back in my. I was gonna say I drew it while running, but we never got to that point. So I flip it, stick it back in. It's like, what do I recognize? What this lizardoid is at all? Probably not.
No, I don't think you do. And Hannah says, he's a pretty good raptor hunter.
He's a what? That's a. I immediately want to take a closer look.
Yeah, and she kind of she joins you next to this large chicken or turkey sized, reptile, and recites the full on technical name that I didn't look up, but it's a velociraptor. Which is actually the full-on technical name. So there you go.
I mean, yeah.
And this is an actual velociraptor. Actual velociraptors were the size of large chickens or turkeys.
Yep.
Well,
all right.
And
sweet.
And she does, she's kind of like, well, there's 3 of us, and probably far more of that than of them. So why don't we go ahead and take our little dead reptile friend here back and try to grab some reeds. And
on the way back.
yeah, let's do that. No. And
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, and Tormund has done cat things off into
Tormund's got the zoomies.
Yeah. Tormund may have the permanent zoomies. I wonder why.
Surely not because of the spiked coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll head back. I'm guessing I'm not gonna be rolling constant perception checks, but that's the vibe I'm going for. Active perception. Now, especially if I'm feeling my high wearing down.
Definitely not feeling your high wearing down.
Okay. Well, you said sun's getting real low, so
yeah, the sun.
Like...
that was a joke, but the sun is getting low. It's dusky. It's dusk time. Yeah. You can hear critters in the brush. You're feeling confident. You feel like you could pull down the pillars of heaven. Feeling
and
strong.
drop them on Velociraptor mongoliensis.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're feeling confident, but it's not a bad idea to pay attention. You got thunder again out there?
No, that was a gunshot.
Oh yeah, that old chestnut.
I live in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And that was close.
Damn.
In my building, kind of.
Jeez. Well,
or on my block.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, at one point in time, I did have a friend who fired a firearm into a ceiling, which was directly below my apartment. So, yeah.
The only person I've ever had do that was my dad, which was par for the course with him. So
yeah, right. Well, it was par for the course with this guy too. That's why we're not friends anymore. Yep. You guessed it, Lou. Yeah, no. That was strike 30 for that friend. But yeah, so you're on your way back. The drums are becoming more present as you make your way. You do hear a larger sounding sound behind you now, not in the direction that you had been traveling when you were traveling away from Burning Goblin.
Hmm.
But that's it. Yeah.
Like a rustling.
It's a vocalization, but
Oh.
yeah.
I thought it was the pitter patter of many small taloned feet.
No. It is Outlaw Network. It is delightful to have somebody in the chat. I do appreciate that. Way to participate. Tell your friends. Click like and subscribe. Whatever. So yeah, you're sneaking up on it. You guys now, Lou, you recognize Mr. Glider.
Batman.
Dude.
He's like, hey. Yeah, he's doing.
I do the best kickflip I can to try and impress him.
Okay, roll me a d20. It's the what I do for that.
With the same bonuses.
Yes, with that same extra +2.
22.
And yeah, you get a tiny high 5. Well, it's a high 4 because Goblin, and a sick, wicked. And
Are you starting this puppy off?
well, I gotta go up and talk. I gotta make loud words.
That's what I meant. Yeah, cool.
Hey, wait, did you do the sploding?
The what?
The sploding. That was you.
Yeah. I'm the sploder.
Nice.
Thanks.
And this goblin person starts climbing the goblin. They get a couple feet off the ground and somebody hands them an actual bullhorn. And then they grip them in surprisingly large, sharp goblin teeth in order to climb the thing. A bit of a pirate situation going on there. And Nasha, you and Hannah and Tormund return just in time to see this goblin surmount the large goblin. And they climb out or walk out onto the protruding nose of the wooden goblin statue, as though it were, the plank. Fellow awesome folks, we're here to celebrate some most excellent humans. No, not you two. Yeah, okay, yeah, you got a fire stick, but that's... Now, stop. Get rude. We wash ourselves. You need to wash yourself. No, patchouli's fine, but you still gotta wash. All right. Good. Appreciate you. She's very nice. She's a very nice lady. Anyway. All right. We're here to celebrate some very excellent humans. All right. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, nice kickflip. Everybody, you need to see this guy's kickflips. This one over here got shot and put himself back together. That lady, she shot like 3 guys right in the heart. It was impressive.
Judith is like waving, like, yeah.
This one right here, this one, just a bow and arrow. You get, like, do you know how hard that is? You know how hard it is. Let's hear it. Woo! And like, yeah, the goblins are like, cheering and whatnot.
It's like that part of Matrix Revolutions. No.
Yeah, except
Redemption.
without like all the like extraneous KY. And you do hear, and since he's right next to you, you do hear meow and get a pat on the back.
And then one with the pink hair. She got the big gun. Well, it's actually pretty small, but she does big gun stuff with it. Let's hear it for. She blew up a whole truck. Yeah.
And yeah, war. And now there's like fire blowing and stuff like that. There's people, there's, goblins actually, spitting fire and whatnot with little torches and all that kind of thing.
Now, I understand every human gets a little weird when they hang out with us. Because, we seem like we're gonna, eat them, have a big weird orgy or something. But now, we're just celebrating. We're getting geeked. We're here to bring down the pillars of heaven and build them back up. Goblins survive through guts, through steel, through speed, through strength. And when we meet people like us, we have to welcome them.
Are we surrounded by goblins right now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Judas leans down to the next one. It's just like, what time did he say the orgy was at?
I heard that. The orgy is whenever you feel like starting it.
Oh,
You gotta. We don't want to hear. We don't want to see it. Well, I mean, some of us probably want to see it, but
why wouldn't you want to see it?
It
Why am
wasn't
I-
me this time.
Who am I
I
talking about?
personally don't want to see
I
it.
was talking to him though. Why are you?
I got big. Look, I'm a goblin. Anyway. Can't be interrupted. Or you can. Whatever. Tomorrow, we roll out. We goblins. Thanks to Mr. Stacks, we got the speed and we got the iron and we got the wheels. I will meet the storm or the dragon. And these humans will go forward. And hopefully, if they don't get exploded, succeed on their quest. I haven't asked them what it is. I don't care. Do you care? No, none of us care. But we hope you succeed. And we hope we see you again. Because you will be forever goblins to us.
And he pulls out a flare gun and fires it into the sky. And it's a green flare, because goblin, obviously. And a few more pull out more flare guns and fire them into the sky. And, of course they go up and
Look to the horizon. As long as you are a goblin, you have brothers and sisters everywhere.
And as you look out to the west, from whence the goblins came, you see first a half dozen, and then a dozen, and then 2 and 3, and then dozens upon dozens of flares flying into the sky on the horizon.
Judith is like wiping her face, like she's wiping her eyes like this.
So serious.
What? How trippy does this look with the?
Yeah, I
our-
was about to say, these colors are amazing.
Extremely, I don't want to say trippy, but vibrant and kind of overcoming. And tears, sure.
He gave a
I-
really good speech. It was really moving.
There's so many goblins out there.
And we're their brothers and or sisters. I don't judge. Why am I whispering?
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so, I mean, and like I said, these flares are on the horizon, like out there in the dark, hundreds of miles out there. Like, obviously, there are legion goblins out there kind of doing the same thing these guys were doing.
Now, let's all have a good party and a good sleepy time.
and he reaches down and grabs what appears to be a rope, and then just whoop, jumps off the end of the nose of this thing, holding on to this rope. And it kind of boom, a little bit of a bungee action, and then he lands with a little bit of a tumble. And Lou, you see some goblins approaching the base of the wooden goblin with torches, and the glider goblin hands you a lit working propane blowtorch.
Oh,
Go for it.
hell yeah. And I grab it and I run to the base of the. No, I escape to the base. I'm not a fool.
Are there
And it
are there
doesn't-
torches nearby?
Are there torches nearby? Yeah.
Like,
Sorry,
like I was gonna ask. I was gonna see if I could get Lou's attention and just be like, get him to light something and be like, pull, and trick shot the fire into the.
Do it. Yeah.
Because I feel like the goblins would enjoy that.
Yeah, you do it, and flaming arrow up onto the top of the thing, and massive cheering. Yay! And yeah, now it turns into burning goblin. I'm not gonna say an orgy, because what can you? But it's definitely.
But if we want to find one, we probably can.
yeah,
I just asked what time it was so I could be ready. Okay, I'm
Some
not a
cuts.
weirdo.
I mean, he did say it's whenever you start one, and I think that's just true in life.
I agree.
Uh,
We've
and
all
yeah,
learned
so
something today.
Yeah.
I love this. Love this for me.
it's going off. The party has truly happened, and
Those poor
Yeah.
children.
I mean the children are 50 miles up a ridge, and it's nighttime. They're probably asleep.
Okay.
You see, Maisie is in this throng of goblins. Nobody saw her drinking coffee. It's entirely possible that Maisie can
Why?
party on like
why,
main force dead sober. So
why is that the only dance move in the future? Is that the only
Well,
move people know?
It's the only
I
one you
grew
can
up
do
in
sitting
Eastern
down.
Oregon.
That's fair.
Lost a lot of culture in the last 50 years.
Yeah,
It's bad. No TikTok to teach the children.
I'm not going to look. I'm not going to get greased up and like throw my dreadlocks through the hair in slow motion, Matrix style here.
You're not?
No.
Oh.
I'm getting indications from the producer that maybe I should try that another time on screen.
I mean,
But
Not on
I
this
do-
stream, but
not on, not no.
Inherited Earth After Dark.
Check out my OnlyFans. It doesn't exist.
Mr. Hooper's Imagine OnlyFans.
you better make that money.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of cardio between here and that.
Oh no,
No, man, there's flavors.
Mood.
Let it hang out. Don't hide your little light under a bushel. Let it shine. Let it
So
shine.
that's what's going on. Everybody's feeling very alert and enhanced by their coffee, their caffeine
and
experience.
objectifying their DM.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Sorry.
If anything, I need a spot of objectification in my life occasionally.
I got you, fam.
I appreciate it. Does anybody have any business they want to accomplish at this party? And I don't mean
I wasn't gonna say
business.
I was just saying, like, I don't know what business there is to be conducted because we're all high. So
I mean, you're not unreasonable. Like I said, I've been trying to underline that there's
Unreasonable.
that the effect is really, like I said, a perception effect where your senses are heightened and enhanced, and that itself feels nice, but like otherwise,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not the business.
Because
of
it's highly
hurting.
possible that the reason these tiny little goblins with tiny little hands and feet can operate these motor vehicles at high speed with explosives flying at them or away from them so well is the coffee. This might be a thing. This might be our equivalent to a potion of enhanced perception here in the post-apocalyptic future.
Or meth.
So, with that in mind, or did you say meth?
Of course not.
Maybe.
I couldn't hear you over me enjoying the sound of my own voice, so
Mhm.
I don't know what's happening. That's a common problem for me.
Why
It's
does it
always
always
room
come
for
back to
growth as a
myth?
human being.
Always comes back to myth.
But now that we've kicked off Burning Goblin, if we don't have any business that we're looking to accomplish between now and the end of the party of Sleepy Time, then we're gonna fade that out to black. You can make up your own headcanon fiction. We can catch up with that next session, next episode of Inherited Earth. And we appreciate you, Outlaws Network, for showing up and being in the chat, and anybody else who shows up for the VOD on YouTube. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Smash that coffee button, whatever. Go nuts. Smash whichever button you like. You can smash that dislike button if you want. I'm used to it. Good night, everybody, and thanks for joining us.